We made it to the end of the week, the very first week of Donald Trump's regrettable second term in the White House. It's been a very weird week. A lot of strange things have happened. Some of it I frankly have been quite horrified by. But the one bright spot this week was listening to the wonderful bishop at the National Cathedral speak to Donald Trump directly. She showed a lot of courage. She showed a lot of wisdom. She showed us all what a real Christian is. Now, I made a video a couple of days ago about this, and in that video, I made some comments about false idols and how Donald Trump is not the head of the church or God's house. I meant every word of that, okay? Now, I've been getting a lot of comments on this channel. Some of them quite offensive. One person made a comment about the bishop's sexuality, which I really felt was inappropriate. I don't know what her sexuality is. I really don't care. It's none of my business. It's none of yours either. But I did want to make a comment about something that a person wrote. They said that I had misplaced empathy. And I was going to let the comment stand, but then I decided I really just didn't want to read that shit every time I go to look at my channel. I don't want to read that. It pisses me off. First of all, I don't believe you can have misplaced empathy. You have empathy for people for simply being human beings, okay? People that come to the United States illegally, some of them may be bad actors. Some of them may truly be there for criminal intent. But from what I understand, quite a lot of the people that come there are simply looking for jobs or safety. They live in countries where they are unsafe. They have to deal with rapists, drug dealers, violent people who are trying to kill them or rob them, or they're just simply living a very unpleasant and unsafe life in a place where they can't make a decent living. I would love to see these folks get entry into the United States legally. But I know that it's not easy to do that. And we have an administration now who doesn't want anybody from the southern countries coming to America. He has said that he doesn't mind white people. Because remember back in 2018, he talked about Norwegians. Why don't Norwegians want to come to the United States? Well, could it be because they have a nice country, a nice, safe country with a very high standard of living? Why would they want to come to the United States? Why would they want to be led by somebody like Donald Trump? He's a terrible person. That's just all there is to it. He's a shitty person. And people that do want to come to the United States, I think, probably would rather stay in their own countries where they have family and familiar surroundings and a familiar language, but they're leaving because it's not safe or they can't make a living or any number of reasons that they would come to the U.S. And we don't make it easy for them to be legal. I'm not saying I think it's right that people come over the border illegally. I wish they could safely and legally come over our border and look for work and do the jobs that quite a lot of us folks don't want to do. Okay? I wish that they could, but it's not easy for them. So some of them are desperate and they come across. And again, the person that left this comment, they said if they're in our country illegally, then they're criminals. Okay? First of all, quite a lot of those folks that are there illegally, they came because they were children and they were babies brought over by their parents. They had no choice. They were raised in our country. That's what they know. Trump would like to just send them back to where they came from, even though they're not even familiar with that place. They may not speak the language. You know, I am fucking gobsmacked by the nerve of that person saying that I have misplaced empathy simply because I have admiration for a religious person speaking up to Donald Trump. She's a Christian. She is following what Jesus preached. She wasn't mean to Donald Trump. She didn't insult him. She simply asked him to be merciful. That's what good Christians do. He's embarrassed because he's a small, weak, little fucking narcissist. Don't come on my channel and leave that kind of shit in my comments. I'm deleting all of that crap. I don't want to argue with MAGA people. I truly don't. I think you're all a bunch of idiots. I would just as soon you all just go somewhere else. And I've said it repeatedly. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to argue with you. Your minds are made up and that's just fine. My channel is for me and for people who need to hear a voice that agrees with them. Because quite a lot of us sane, decent, normal, empathetic Americans are horrified by Donald Trump and his followers. And I don't think there is such a thing as misplaced empathy. What a load of bullshit that is. Please just go somewhere else.